What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, standard American guy here today on the internet to learn about and react to the 10 best things to do in Toronto. What to do in Toronto? Toronto, when Americans think of Canada and cities, they think of Toronto and maybe Quebec and Montreal. That's the first things that come to mind. But I really don't know anything about Toronto at all. I actually don't even know if what the capital is. Is Toronto's not the capital? Is it Toronto? Google, save me, please, please. Capital of the province of Ontario. It's a major Canadian city. I did know that. Capital of Ontario. I'm not. I've heard of Ontario. I'm not exactly sure what it is. That's a whole other set of videos I have to watch over Canadian geography. I've only just learned in a few videos before this about Canadian politics, the political system, government, and some fun facts, and the flag. And now, the 10 best things to do in Toronto. I think this is a good way to kind of learn, dip my toe into Canadian culture, right? See some fun things to do in Toronto. Let's see.
Toronto, the capital of the province of Ontario, is a major Canadian city located along Lake Ontario's northwestern shore. It's a
Okay.
dynamic metropolis
Revision. Okay, since you reminded me. Thank you, Revisioni. Give you a like for this nice video.
with a core of soaring skyscrapers, all dwarfed
Oh.
by the impressive CN Tower.
This is a cool skyline, by the way. I've never seen Toronto. Looks like it's got kind of a little mixture of historical buildings I see in the foreground and just a big old city in the back and the trees. I love when like natural landscape can be incorporated into a city. That's beautiful.
With iconic architecture, fascinating attractions, museums, and galleries, plus
Oh.
exciting performing arts and nightlife, this
Okay.
sprawling city has much to offer visitors.
Makes it sound pretty good.
Before we get into the top 10 things to do in Toronto, we've included links in the description to various discount codes and links to resources of things to do, so make sure you check those out.
In case I ever go.
At number 10 is Toronto Zoo.
Oh.
Toronto Zoo is an extremely popular, world-class zoo, and one
I mean, zoos are just awesome, by the way. I mean, as soon as I say that, the first thing that came to my mind is you do sometimes go to zoos and see animals that kind of look sad, like you wish they were just in the wild and had never been introduced to a zoo. But the part of the zoo where you can kind of block that out of your mind somehow and just enjoy the beauty of nature, that's why zoos are cool. So, cool zoo. I see why it's on the
of
list.
the largest in Canada, with more than 6 miles of walking trails, spread over
Bears.
700 acres. It features both indoor and outdoor displays, and is divided into several different zones. One of the most popular zones
Oh.
is Africa, which is home to white rhinoceroses, giraffe, white African lions, and spotted hyenas, as
There's rhinoceroses? I don't. I've never been to a zoo in America that had a full rhinoceros.
well as many others. With over 5,000 animals living here, many visitors
Wow.
find it impossible to explore the entire zoo in one visit, as
Yeah.
it has so much to see.
Yeah.
Number 9 is
these
the
little
Toronto
penguins.
Harbour Cruise. Toronto Harbour Cruise is a great way to get a new perspective on Ontario's capital city.
Toronto Harbor. Is that? What are we talking about here when we're talking about the harbor? Like, does it span the full city? How significant is this? Oh, here we go. Maybe this. Maybe the map. Toronto Harbor Lighthouse. I want to visit there. The lighthouse. Marina offices. Okay. So it's the entire sort of southeastern side here, south side. Okay. So the important thing for me to understand here is that the city is on the coast of this harbor. It has a whole, body of water.
Seeing towering
That may seem obvious to Canadians and people living in Toronto, but believe me, it is not obvious to me. I don't know anything, and I am perfectly able to admit it.
skyscrapers and famous sights from the water. Visitors can take a boat tour from the harbor and sail around the group of 15 islands. Some in
15 islands? Really? This is cool. I had no idea it had like a whole sea aspect to it. And this would be such a fun way to like make a day out of this or something. There's a whole sea aspect where you can see Toronto from the water and do things in the water.
Interconnected by pretty pathways and
It's pretty
bridges,
cool.
and home to a 200-year-old lighthouse and a
The
trout
light,
pond.
the lighthouse. Yes. Now I gotta see the lighthouse. I'll make it my mission. I'll go to Canada just to see that lighthouse and then just go home. Yeah, mission accomplished.
With fantastic views and brilliant photographic opportunities, it's the best way to soak up the city.
Yeah, that's
At
fun.
number 8 is Casa Loma.
This is an awesome castle. It looks kind of like a modern castle. I don't know why, cause the tower there has such like right angles almost, like almost like a Minecraft castle would look, made of blocks. It's very cool. It's not like an old rocky ugly castle. It's very beautiful.
Located about 3 miles north of downtown Toronto, Casa Loma is a Gothic Revival-style castle. It was constructed from 1911 to 1914 as a
Casa Loma, and it's in this forest part of Toronto. This would be awesome to visit. What a landmark.
residence for financier Sir Henry Palat, and is one of the most
I'm sorry, what did he
in
say?
1914 as a residence for financier Sir Henry Palat, and is one of the
Okay.
most unique pieces of architecture in the city.
Yeah.
The castle is now a museum, complete with decorated suites, towers, gardens,
Oh.
stables, and secret passages.
We can
As
go
visitors
inside?
step back in time and wander the hallways and rooms of the elegant Casa Loma, self-guided audio tours are available in 8 different languages.
Self-guided? They kind of let you get the experience of wandering around this Gothic castle? Maybe you find a secret passage? Maybe by accident? Or maybe it's on purpose. Is it part of the tour where they make you think you found a secret passage? I wouldn't fall for it. I'd find the real secret passage. You can't fool me, Casaloma. Is that the name? Casaloma. Okay, got it. No, this thing is very cool.
Number 7 is the Toronto Botanical Gardens.
Okay.
The Toronto Botanical Gardens is a great spot for visitors and families of all ages, as it
Very
offers
true.
free admission to the grounds and gardens.
Oh, it's free. Say no more. We're talking about free stuff? Say no more. Okay.
The gardens offer an array of 17 award-winning themed areas, spanning nearly 4 acres, designed to educate and inspire. Visitors can also find a complete range of innovative indoor and outdoor learning experiences for all ages, including garden tours, nature day camps, organic farmers market, and an extensive horticultural library.
I'm sure it's very beautiful, very educational, and interesting, but botanical gardens, probably not the number one thing you're gonna honestly seek out when visiting like a major city in a foreign land. Not that make Canada seem like some kind of far off island in the middle of nowhere instead of literally next door. But probably not the first thing I'd go seeking out. No disrespect to the botanical garden. It is what it
At
is.
number 6 is the Legoland Discover Center, Toronto.
Oh, now we're talking. Now we're talking. I've never been to a Legoland, and I'd be more than willing to start with the one in Toronto.
At the Legoland Discover Center, visitors can explore an exciting zone full of fantastical worlds, thrilling rides, creative workshops, and non-stop fun for all the family.
They had a Lego water with a boat driving around in it. There it is, in the bottom right. Wow, okay. Getting distracted.
Everyone can learn to build anything out of Lego in the building academies. Also see hilarious Lego movies in the 4D
Oh.
cinema. This is the ultimate indoor Lego attraction and is ideal for families with children.
I know this is ideal for children, don't get me wrong, but it's also ideal for me's, who I think a lot of adults have a fondness for Lego, where even if you're traveling to a foreign country, I won't see the botanical garden, but I'm gonna see your Lego city.
Number 5 is Toronto Islands. Toronto
Oh.
Islands are a collection of islands and islets in Lake Ontario that are part of the city.
Wow, this is so cool looking. And it's got all the fancy trees that are very whimsical, honestly. And the whole water, yeah, the islands, they deserve to be on this list.
A ferry can be taken over to the islands, and the three main islands, Center, Wards, and Algonquin, are all connected, so visitors don't have to worry about going on and off boats to fully experience the area.
Wouldn't you? I mean, I wouldn't mind going off the boat. I mean, it's not a hassle. We came all the way here to the Toronto Islands, and we're on a ferry. I'll step off of it and adventure around the little island. I don't need to stay on the ship the whole time. We're having the opportunity of a lifetime, for crying out loud.
Islands offer a range of activities, including expansive picnic areas, beaches, sporting rentals, a petting zoo, and the Centerville Amusement Park, which features more than 30 rides and a boating lagoon.
Man, Toronto just comes across as the most chill, family, fun place you could ever dream of going to. It's just got all this, like, nice stuff in it with all this, like, genuine exploring you can do and a lot of beautiful sights. And that's not really something Americans associate with Toronto, only because they don't associate much in their mind with Toronto, good or bad. They just don't have a concept of what you can do there. So yeah, I'm glad I am checking this out. I can spread the word, man.
At number 4 is Ripley's Aquarium of Canada.
Okay.
Ripley's Aquarium of Canada is separated into 9 galleries, all of which feature a specific area or species. The Rainbow Reef is one of the more popular ones, probably because of its interactive dive show. Move through the massive glass tunnel and watch green sea turtles glide past, while moray eels poke their heads out from the rocks. The aquarium is...
Aquariums are kind of like botanical gardens, except cooler. So I would probably check this. I would definitely check this aquarium out. They're just so cool. Well, getting to see fish through glass like this, the only thing I would say is you can get an aquarium experience anywhere you go, any major city in many nations. So I'm not sure what makes this one unique enough. You want to go check out that castle, that Gothic castle, or the islands, or, check out the city. Maybe not so much the aquarium, no offense.
It's home to marine and freshwater life from all over the world, including giant Pacific octopus, white-spotted bamboo sharks, southern stingray, and much more, for a great family day out.
Yeah.
Number 3 is the Royal Ontario Museum.
Oh.
Located on the northern edge of the University of Toronto campus, the Royal Ontario Museum is one of the best museums in North America and the best place in Toronto to engulf in history.
One of the best in North America, okay. Now, see, museums have things that are unique to that culture, that area. You can't go anywhere else in the world and find the things in this museum. So this would definitely be worthwhile checking out. The statues and stuff look awesome as well.
The museum has a collection of over 6 million artifacts, many of which are displayed in its 40 separate galleries.
You'd starve to die of starvation before you saw all 6 million artifacts. My God. You could spend your whole vacation getting lost in these artifacts. Okay, I'm sure some have.
Some galleries are based on natural history, while others are from around the world. In addition to having art and artifacts, the museum also has an extensive collection of dinosaur bones, minerals, and fine arts.
That's cool.
At number 2 is High Park.
Oh,
High Park is Toronto's largest city park, with nearly 400 acres of green space.
This is beautiful. Yeah. I don't know if there's anything to actually do in High Park, but it doesn't even matter. I'm sure there are things, but just look at it. It's like visiting Central Park in New York or something. It's just these awesome parks located in major cities. Even just to give you an opportunity to walk about is worthwhile.
Offering gardens, playgrounds, walking trails, picnic areas, and a zoo. Recognized as one of the most significant natural sites in Toronto.
Look at this little playground. They used to have little playgrounds. I'm getting a childhood flashback to these little playgrounds. I'd go all the way to Canada to this park and see this playground, and by God, I'd go on this playground. Okay, got a little got carried away there, but yeah, we had these things as kids. To be a child again.
Over 1/3 of High Park remains in a natural state. A jewel in the city's park system, residents and visitors can enjoy its many attractions, playgrounds, and features year-round.
It's very cool.
And at number 1 is the CN Tower.
Oh.
At 553 meters, the CN Tower is not only the tallest building in Toronto, but it is also the tallest freestanding building on the continent. The CN
Wow. I didn't know. I did not know that. CN Tower. Never even heard of it. I don't know why. Longest freestanding structure in North America. And you can travel to the top of it? This would be awesome. This probably does deserve number 1, or that castle, or one that I'm forgetting. This is awesome.
CN Tower boasts the highest glass floor paneled elevator in the world, bringing visitors to the top in less than a minute. Once there
Wow.
are 4 observation areas to choose from.
It's like a roller coaster, zipping you up into the sky in under a minute. Okay.
Glass floor room, the lookout level, the revolving 360-degree restaurant, and the Sky Pod, all providing an amazing experience.
Wow.
So that sums up our top 10.
Okay. Wow. That was a good video. That was very interesting. I basically went from having no concept at all of Toronto, and I still do feel like I don't have a firm grasp over just the general vibe of Toronto. You know, these are all major attractions, major landmarks. I don't really know what the ordinary kind of out and about of Toronto feels and looks like. You know, the little restaurant on the corner, you know, that kind of thing. I would want to learn more about some of those things. Maybe that's another video. But as far as major attractions go, this gave me a completely different view of Toronto. It seems awesome. It's beautiful. And it's weird. It's weird that Americans don't know more about things like this. But I can think of lots of major cities that I don't have a picture in my mind of what they have to offer. And Toronto has a lot to offer. Very interesting. Very good. And so, anyway, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this reaction, feel free to give it a like or leave a comment. And if you're interested in more content like this, looking at Canadian culture, cities, news, Canadian stuff, feel free to subscribe to the channel for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.